Without further ado, the truth about fireworks stores, part 2. Okay, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome to Boom in the Sky, guys. I wanted to come in and record an updated version of a video I did last year, I think in, I don't know, July or August of 2019, which is the truth about fireworks stores, part 2. So this is an updated version of that previous video. I'll actually link the other one right here. But anyway, I wanted to get into it. So last time I told you about 3 types of fireworks stores, and in your comments you actually suggested at least 1 or 2 other things that I either missed or forgot to mention or just was incorrect on, and I appreciate that. So if you find anything that's incorrect about this video, I would appreciate it if you drop it in the comments down below as well. So the first type of the first type of fireworks store is the same type that I started with last time, which is the major superstore. So there's really 2 major brands or 2 major chains that exist, being Phantom and TNT. So the way these stores operate is they operate on what's called buy one get one mentality. So whatever the price is on the cake or on the product, you buy one and you get 2. So it's basically like each one is 50% of whatever the price is, theoretically. It gets a little more complicated than that, but so for example, you might find 200 gram cakes for $24 or $24.95 or $29.95 or $32 or $35.90, $34, whatever it is, right? But you get 2. Same thing goes for 500 gram cakes and for mortar shells and rockets. So mortar shells might be a box of 24 mortar shells, might be $199.99, so $200 for 24 shells. But again, it's buy one get one, which is you walk out of the store with 2 sets of mortar shells, or a set of mortar shells and an equally priced cake, right? Same thing with TNT. They do the same kind of thing, buy one get one. I know Phantom sometimes does buy one get 2 weekends, which means for the same price that you would normally get 2, instead you get an extra cake, which is 3. Sometimes they also do, specials on any cake or any product that is a certain price gets lowered to a certain other price. So any product that's $129.99 is now $79.99, whatever it is, right? It's just, you can usually only use one of them per visit, but that's really how they operate. I'm not really a big fan of this. When I first moved down to Florida from the Northeast, from New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, we didn't really have fireworks stores up there. So I moved down and I found TNT in Dania Beach. And TNT I was just blown away with the amount of product. It's basically like a big grocery store, warehouse store, just full of fireworks. So they separate it in between each segment. So 200 gram cakes, 500 gram cakes, mortars, Roman candles, rockets, novelties, firecrackers, all that stuff, right? But I was blown away with how much you have to spend to get any sort of decent show. So when I first moved down, I would just buy a couple things. Same thing again, buy one get one, and I would buy whatever it was, 5 things, and I'd spend $500 or $400, $800, whatever it was. I spent way too much money. And I didn't really get that much stuff. I'd get home and I'd look at the product that I just bought, and I'd go like, well, it's a lot of product since I've never had this much product before, but at the same time, it's really not that much. So that's the first type of store. And people walk through with these giant shopping carts with product filled up, and they have their friends and their families just following them with more products and more products. And as you know, some of the fireworks get pretty big. So, but anyway, that's the first type of store. There's other stores in that kind of category of the major retailers, the major chain retailers. Something like the Fireworks Superstore. So the Fireworks Superstore has stores all over New Hampshire, South Carolina, Missouri, all over the Midwest. And there's, I don't know, there must be 30 of them across the country. They don't really use the buy one, get one mentality. They just use a loyalty card. So their prices are whatever they are. I will actually link one of them right here. I was in one of them in South Carolina when I drove up during my road trip. So I'll link that one above. so you can check that one out. But again, the prices are the prices. They actually use a loyalty card where you sign up for it, you get I think a certain percentage off if you hit a certain amount of product, and then you can use that. I don't exactly remember how it went, but anyway, that's the other type. So that's the other kind of subcategory in that major retail fireworks retail store. So again, buy one get one. That's the primary type in this category. So anyway, so that's the first type of fireworks store. The second type of store is what I would call a pop-up store. So fireworks stores are generally very time sensitive. So there's really 2 times throughout the year, being July 4th and New Year's Eve, which is obviously coming up. But there's 2 times throughout the year that you'll see these pop-up stores. They take over the corner of a parking lot or a shopping mall or whatever. Sometimes they'll be in whatever, a Walmart parking lot or a grocery store parking lot. I guess they rent that space and they put up a tent. They get that product from any number of different places. So some of them get it from Phantom or TNT. I know you see a lot of that. Sometimes they get it for Winda. Sometimes they get it from Red Apple Fireworks or Spirit of 76 or whoever it is, right? They order a lot of product and they have them in the tent, and they really control the pricing, for the most part, as far as I've seen. But again, you get those products during July 4th, so they might pop up on June 23rd, and by July 5th or 6th, they're gone. Same thing for New Year's. They're here on December 27th or 25th or 23rd or whatever it is, and on January 2nd or 3rd, they're gone. You can no longer buy products from those pop-up stores. So that's type number 2. Okay, so the third type of fireworks store are the independently owned. Some people would call this a mom and pop shop. Essentially what this is small. Maybe the person owns 1 or 2 fireworks stores. They own them throughout the year, but they're not connected to another bigger brand like Phantom or TNT. So they own their own store, they control the pricing, they choose whether they're going to be a buy one get one store or the price is the price kind of store. But I've seen them both. So when I was traveling back in October, I did a store tour in South Carolina at a place called the Golf Ball Warehouse and the Golf Ball Outlet and Fireworks Warehouse. I'll link that above. It's a small place. They sell golf balls on one side of the store and fireworks on the other. So I guess it works. People are going to go play golf and then they want to, shoot off some fireworks. So anyway, so that's a third type. I really can't put a bigger claim on what these type of stores do or how they operate in terms of their pricing, because each one they determine their own fate, they determine their own pricing. But anyway, so that's the third type. That is the independent. I think the type that kind of falls into this as well is, which I've never seen, is the ones that operate on the Indian reservations, which I know a lot of people go out in the Midwest and Southwest. They go and they purchase fireworks at these locations. I have really nothing to say about it because I've never actually even seen them. So I think some of the prices are probably a little more expensive than in general, but again, they determine their own pricing and set their own pricing model. So that's the third type. So the fourth type of fireworks store, which is the same type I've talked about in the past, is the store that they might have a retail location and or they have a retail side of the business. But the other thing is they offer wholesale, which as someone who, once you kind of get the firework bug, you start shooting more and more fireworks. If you were to go to a Phantom or a TNT like I did in 2019 for 4th of July, I'll link that one above. You spend so much money on fireworks and you don't really get anything. You have a 3-minute show or a 4-minute show with only one cake going up at the same time. So the more you want to shoot, the better way to do it is the wholesale location. So I've shopped at a bunch of these different types of stores or different stores. This year for New Year's Eve, I ordered from American Wholesale Fireworks. They're out of Ohio. In the past, I've ordered from WF Boom. I've ordered from Red Apple Fireworks. There's another one called Spirit of 76, which is pretty big. I think they're in Missouri. But anyway, Spirit of 76. There's Jabs Fireworks in South Carolina. There's 3 of them. I did 3 store tours. They have a retail side of the business, but if you purchase a case, which you take that case price and you take a certain percentage off, I think it was 12% and that's what your case price is. Angry Unicorn Fireworks, as well as Superior Fireworks, they also have a wholesale side of the business, and also Four Season Fireworks, which I just visited not too long ago. I'll link that video. That's my last video I just did. I'll link that above here too as well. So, but they have, I went to their retail location, but they also have a wholesale side of the business, where again, you have to purchase, a lot of them you have to purchase a certain amount. So Superior Fireworks, you have $1,000 minimum. I think Four Season Fireworks, you have $1,000 minimum. Spirit of 76, I don't remember if there is. I've never actually ordered from them. But American Wholesale Fireworks, there's no minimum. But there's sort of a subcategory within this category is stores that will ship to you and stores that won't. So somewhere like American Wholesale Fireworks, they ship to you, and depending on the store, depending on what their shipping laws are or shipping agreements are, when they ship, they'll either ship to a, the transportation hub or whatever for whoever they're shipping with, and you have to go pick them up. The other one is they'll ship to your door. Some of them will charge you a premium for that service. So because they get to the transportation hub and then they have to offload it from the bigger vehicles and put them on a shipping vehicle or a smaller truck that can deliver it to your house. So sometimes they'll charge a premium for that. I believe Red Apple does. I believe, I don't remember if WF Boom does, but so yeah, so that fourth type of store has, the ones that'll ship to you and the ones that won't. So they're usually connected to a retail store. What sometimes happens is the retail part of the business has one pricing model and the wholesale part has a different pricing model. So I know Red Apple Fireworks in Pahrump, Nevada, what they do is for the retail store, they have pretty good pricing in terms of cakes and whatever product it is. But they'll sell you for just over what the case price would be. So if you buy a 500 gram cake and it normally would come with 4 of the cakes in a box, in a bigger box, they'll sell that to you for just a couple bucks more. Other places, when I was at Four Season Fireworks, they have a buy one get one free model. They also have some stickers are buy one get 2 free. But basically this, if you're gonna purchase more fireworks, this is the way to go. This is, buying in a case is always cheaper than not buying in a case. So I'll give you some examples. So the example that I used in the last video was for Bump Bear. So when I went to Phantom Fireworks in West Palm Beach, which is about an hour north of where I live, you could buy one Bump Bear, and it was, again, buy one get one, or eventually it was buy one get 2. And the Bump Bear was, I think it was either $24 or $29.99 for, again, buy one get one. So for 30 bucks, let's just call it 30 bucks to be safe, for 30 bucks you get 2 Bump Bears. So if you were to spend roughly $100 on Bump Bears, you would get 6 products, right? So the first $30 you'd get 2 of them, the second product you'd get 4 of them, and the third you'd get 6. So you have 6 Bump Bears for about 90 bucks if they're $30 buy one get one. Now it goes up to, you get 9 products if it was a buy one get 2 weekend, but those don't happen very often, and the later you shop, the less likely those kind of discounts are going to happen. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted. So Bump Bear. So again, for Phantom, if it was a buy one get 2 weekend, you get 9 Bump Bears. So again, for the first $30 you'd spend, you'd get 3. For the second $30, you'd get 6. And for the third $30, totaling $90, you'd have 9 Bump Bears. Now, again, in last year's video, I told you about Red Apple Fireworks. They had, when I found their price, they had Bump Bear on sale for $91 for a case. Now, a case was 24 Bump Bears, so like 24 individual cakes versus 9. So for $91, you'd have 24 of them. Which one's better? I'm gonna go with the wholesale case, but so just for comparison, I looked it up this year. I don't think Phantom sells Bump Bear any longer, or maybe it's out, or maybe it's being reordered. I don't know. I didn't see it on their website, so maybe individual stores will have it, but on their website they don't have it. So I looked it up, and Red Apple Fireworks still has Bump Bear. They're now selling it for $135 a case. Again, that's 24 Bump Bears for $135. Spirit of 76, let me look at my notes. Spirit of 76 is selling Bump Bear, the same 24, for $99.30. So again, if you were to go to something like Phantom, that you could get that buy one get one free pricing structure, you'd have 9 bump bearers. For $90, you'd have 9 bump bearers. Spirit of 76, for $9 more, you'd have 24 bump bearers. So it actually, if I look at my notes, it equals $4.14 per cake to have it with Spirit of 76. So that's bump bear. So I'll give you another example. Wacky Tobacco. It's one of my favorite NOABs. It's the product that has been talked about quite a bit lately is NOABs. It's the ones, it's called 9 on a board, where you have those big 3-inch tubes in a box, and they're sticking out. So it's called a NOAB, or commonly referred to as a NOAB, or 9 on a board. So with those NOABs, so I'll give you a perfect example. At Phantom, they sell Wacky Tobacco in buy one get one, which is 2 cakes for the price of one, for $199. So the way that this works is typically NOABs, which are those big cakes, remember, they come in a case as 2-1. So essentially, you are buying a case of Wacky Tobacco when you buy one get one for that price, for $199. So do the math. Each cake would be $100, right? So 2 cakes, $200 divided by 2 cakes, $100 a cake. When I looked it up at Spirit of 76, they currently sell Wacky Tobacco for $110 per case. That's $110 for 2. So that's $55 per cake versus $100 per cake. So, but that's just an example, and this really is the same for throughout. So, again, you know, the big box stores, the Phantoms, the TNTs, you're gonna have them way more often than you have other stores. They are the 2 biggest retailers throughout the country. They're open year long, but just remember that when you go for pricing, they do price quite a bit higher than you get at some other options. Again, wholesale or case prices, again, some places ship and some places don't. So one more thing, I actually found one of my old receipts from Phantom Fireworks up in West Palm Beach from 2019. So it's from, the date on this is, let's see if I can find the date, June 30th, 2019. So that was last year, before I knew better. So anyway, so I got this, and on the receipt, and again, I'll try to scan it or take a picture of it or something, it tells you exactly what the case count is for each product. So it says Wacky Tobacco 2-1. Wicked Pissa, which is a 30-shot cake that I believe it's a Phantom brand, is 12-1. So that's 12 cakes in a box, right? So if you order the case, you get 12 of them. Solid Gold is 6-1. It's a 500-gram cake, beautiful cake. I really liked it. I think it's from Pyro Planet. But anyway, so Solid Gold, it's a 30-shot, and it's 6-1, so there's 6 cakes. So for perfect example, Solid Gold 30-shot was $129.99. So it happened, I guess, to be a buy one get 2 weekend. So it says Solid Gold, Solid Gold, Solid Gold. I got 3 of them, and the first one says $129.99. The second one says free. The third one says free. So yeah, so that's that. But you know, again, if you were to buy that on a non-buy one get one free weekend, that cake would be, you know, still $129.99. You get 2 of them, so for $60 a piece or $65 a piece, you have 2 cakes. But if you went and looked up that cake somewhere else, and I don't know the price off the top of my head, that a case of that might be $80 or $90 or $100, which means each cake is $20, not, you know, 60. So just something to think about when you're buying fireworks. One of the things that was mentioned to me in my old video was, or the comments, and again, I appreciate this. If you have any questions or comments, definitely drop them down below. But, you know, one of the other things is people said, well, what if you don't want 24 of a certain product? When you shop at something like a Phantom or a TNT, you can mix and match it within a price range. You can mix and match cakes, or, you know, mortars versus cakes versus whatever, rockets, fountains, whatever it is. One of the ways around this is, if you happen to have a couple friends, or you happen to have a couple different people, pool your money, and you can each get more for your money. So if everybody throws in whatever it is, $500 or $600 or $1,000. Everybody throws that in, and all of a sudden you put together an order, and then you kind of divvy it up based on what each person paid or wanted, or et cetera, et cetera. But instead of having 6, maybe you and a neighbor each get 3, but you're still getting a case price. You're paying less per product. So just something to think about. It's not really something that I don't have a lot of friends that also shoot fireworks off. They just come and watch me shoot fireworks off. But the other thing is, you could buy a case, shoot 2 of them off for New Year's Eve and save them for the 4th of July. Save the other 4 for the 4th of July, or shoot 3 off for New Year's Eve and save the other 3 for the 4th of July, or the other way around. But that's something you do. Just stick them in your garage, as long as they don't get wet, as long as it's not too humid. And it's very humid here in Florida, but even so, just keeping them in a garage, it's fine. Heat doesn't seem to bother fireworks. I know if it did, all those stores that were in Pahrump, Nevada and Arizona would have a lot of trouble because it's 115 degrees. So just store them, somewhere that's not in the way. So this has been part 2 of The Truth About Fireworks Stores. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, definitely drop them down below. Let me know. Let me know if you have any, if I missed something, if I misspoke. Maybe I'll do a part 3 next year. So I'm still learning, and I appreciate every one of you guys being here. I've somehow amassed over 600 fans, 600 and whatever fans, you guys that are subscribers to my channel. So from the bottom of my heart, I really truly appreciate all of you guys being here and watching and coming back and giving comments and hitting that like button, which I would like you to do as well for this video. So anyway, thanks again for coming to the channel. Thanks again for visiting Boom in the Sky. Again, drop a comment down below, smash that like button if you like this video, and of course subscribe. We've got more stuff coming up. I've got stash videos, and in about 2 weeks is New Year's Eve, and I'm planning my show right now. I got a big order from American Wholesale Fireworks out in Ohio. I still had leftovers from the 4th of July, so really excited about that, and we'll see where it goes. But thanks again for coming to the channel. Thanks again for visiting Boom in the Sky. Hope to see you again soon. But like I always say, make it beautiful and make it loud. Thanks, guys.